good day, esteemed audience. I bring you greetings from the chairperson of the African Union Commission, His Excellency Dr. Musa Faki Mahamad. It is a fraternal greetings of love, peace and joy, and hoping for the very best despite the unprecedented times we find ourselves because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Allow me to start by expressing profound gratitude to the Secretary General of the United Nations for inviting the African Union to speak at this special high-level virtual event on Generation Unlimited, connecting half the world to opportunities. May I also, from the onset, acknowledge and appreciate the immense partnership that the African Union has continued to have with Generation Unlimited, especially with regards to fostering youth development interventions and, most importantly, strengthening school-to-work transitions among the youth of Africa. Indeed, this event comes at a time when focus in education and training provision is shifting to alternative modes of delivery beyond the four walls of a classroom as a result of containment measures adopted by countries to curb spread of the coronavirus COVID-19. What COVID-19 has taught us is that we need to do business as unusual, and in that light, the education and training systems the world over, and more so in the African continent, have been really tested as countries grapple with the challenges of ensuring continued learning for young people. This is amidst internet connectivity, among other infrastructural bottlenecks that have in most cases impeded the provision of an inclusive online learning. Prior to the emergence and spread of COVID-19, education systems in Africa were already facing critical challenges with access, quality, and relevance. For the marginalized, including girls and women, those displaced and in refugee camps, the situation was already in there, and unfortunately, they have remained most at risk. Our engagement today is very important as we seek to rally investments to reorient education and training systems and ultimately transform an entire generation of young people, and with it, the transformation of African economies. Significantly, digital skills are at the heart of the skills revolution agenda for Africa, and the trajectory towards a digital economy as envisaged in an Africa's Development Blueprint Agenda 2063. The agenda calls for speeding up actions to catalyze education and skills revolution and actively promote science, technology, innovation, research, and innovation with the ultimate aim of building knowledge, human resources, capabilities, and skills for Africa's future. Provision of digital skills to the youth is also one of the flagship projects of the African Union under the African Plan of Action for Youth Empowerment and the Chairperson's 1 Million by 2021 initiative aimed at reaching 1 million youth with concrete opportunities in the areas of education, engagement, empowerment, and employment. I am very happy that through this event, we seek to catalyze actions on digital skills, provision, and ultimately spur youth creativity, innovation, and employability. In enhancing youth employability and transforming the education and training systems in Africa, the African Union, during its Specialized Technical Committee on Education, Science, and Technology, which is a ministerial meeting, adopted the DOTS framework, the DOTSS framework, that seeks to offer an integrated approach with a focus on where D stands for digital connectivity, O, online and offline learning opportunities, T, teachers as facilitators of learning, X, safety online and offline, and the next S, skills-focused learning provisions. So the DOTS implementation will require the commitment of African Union member states and their translation into results through enabling policy environment for innovative, accelerated, sustainable, and equitable provision of education and skills to all children and youth in Africa. As key players and stakeholders, we should ensure that Africa's youth have the relevant digital skills as they enter the jobs market. For Africa to advance in the digital space and as we build back better from the ravages of COVID-19, concerted efforts should be made for children to learn and have critical ICT skills such as programming at an early age, as this helps kids to gain advantages in thinking, processing, and communicating. These skills will later help Africa's youth to be innovative, which will translate into critical dividends in nearly any profession. It is therefore critical that we enhance collaboration with industry and identify where skill gaps exist and put in place mechanisms to enhance reskilling and upskilling of those out of school and are already in the labor market. It is encouraging to know that the member states, companies and organizations are already deeply involved in bolstering the talent pipeline and enabling the widespread of remote learning. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is for this reason that we, as the African Union, support the Generation Unlimited Connecting the World to Opportunities. This is very, very vital. We need to bridge the digital divide and also invest in green energy. Thank you very much, because together we will get the youth of Africa and the youth of the world globally to where they need to be, where we have to give them opportunities and transform lives by making sure that we have sustainable development. I thank you.